Your complaints about mono green have been noted, categorized, and ignored. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with not one, not two, but three Hobbits. This triple threat of halflings taps for mana based on the number of halflings you control. And it's going to make you colorless mana, the perfect mana to play Eldrazi. This deck, as you can kind of tell by the curve, is looking to get a little ramp on turn 1 or 2, get a little bit more ramp on turn 3, or maybe just play the Notary Hobbits because you've already ramped to 5, and once you get to 5, you get to 16 sometimes, because the Notary Hobbits each will tap for 3 mana, or 4 mana if you have an extra halfling out, or 5 mana if you have a halfling that makes another halfling, like Mutable Explorer. There are ways to hyper-accelerate the ramp in this deck, making it a bit like other mono-green ramp decks like Rafellos, not quite the same as something that's a bit more landfallish like Azula, but still definitely doing the big, the green, and the colorless. You can kind of tell over here that I'm running the biggest, the baddest, the scariest of spells at the 6 to 15 mana slot, and it is easy to cast them. If the Notary Hobbits live for a turn, you may just have enough mana to simply cast an Emrakul and win the game. Maybe you're going to cast some smaller cards and overrun your opponent, because remember, your commander is actually 3 creatures, which is great for things like Craterhoof Behemoth. This deck is running other ways to cheat creatures in as well, like Vorinclex and Turntimber Symbiosis, because if you find the creatures and put them into play, you still get all of their abilities, as long as they're not on cast, like the Emrakuls and the Ulamogs and all the others. This deck, though, is very tough to deal with if you're not running counter spells or board wipes, because the Notary Hobbits has an enter the battlefield ability, so even if you kill it, there's 2 more of them sticking around. But I'm just going to tell you this right in the info. If you play against the Notary Hobbits, do not kill the one that's actually a creature, kill the tokens, because they can just use the 2 tokens to cast the Notary Hobbits again. Also, fun little piece of interaction in this deck, each of those copies, it is a complete copy, it has a mana value, and it does count towards Nykthos. So yes, you can go crazy on this ramp. So let's take the Notary Hobbits into the queue and ramp our way into success. Bjorn the Fierce. Bjorn is a bear commander, and bear with me on this, not only is he a bear, he turns things into bears. And if you have enough bears, you also draw cards. Those bears get +2/+2, and he turns them into bears with a trample counter, which actually sticks around even if he goes away. This is one of the most, green stompy commanders I've seen in a long time. And oh my goodness, it's a bear. I could go for the Furdot Core here, but Bloomvine Regent is going to be a bit more, guaranteed getting me to Notary Hobbit next turn. And that we will do. Most green decks are pretty limited in their interaction with each other, and green's ability to take out 3 different creatures at once is tough. Green doesn't really have board wipes for anything but flyers. Just how it is. I'd say that the closest thing we have is a Thorn Mammoth. So we get to 5 mana first, and we have a lot of mana. 9 mana here, 5 mana here. We're sitting on Eldrazi mana. I'm sitting on Tooth and Nail mana. And if I'm willing to, I could even spend 3 mana to get 3 more mana. Not necessary. I guess we go for Tooth and Nail. I will actually spend 3 mana on Furdot Core, because that will get me a plus on each of these. It also taps for mana. So tap, tap. Tooth and Nail, and we will entwine. And what am I feeling here? I'm feeling like it's a win. That's what I'm feeling. Rafellos, Llanowar Emissary, doing the same thing that we are, but typically faster since they have a 2-mana creature that can tap for 3 mana, then 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana. I want to throw these back because what I need is I need my fast ramp, and we're not seeing any of my turn 1 ramp here. That is rough, because I feel that it's kind of necessary for me to have those quick pieces of ramp. This has turn 2 ramp. I'll have to just take this. Badger Mole or Rampant Growth, but Badger Mole works better with Notary Hobbits. We'll keep this. Pop that. Actually, I can drop a land. I'll drop a land here, because I have 3. Oh, I have to return 2. Right, I was mulliganing hard. Amy was deep in the mully sauce. Yeah, I have like, I want to say 8 or 9 pieces of turn 1 ramp. So not seeing in any of those hands is tough. But the reason I was mulliganing so hard is because you really do need to race against Rafellos. Even if I am to fight him here using Bridgeworks Battle, like they just play him again and they already have 4 mana. That said, I do think I need to fight him over going for ramp, because unfortunately, Rafellos is a menace. All right, with this, we bring out our Notary Hobbits. So we both have, I will say, extreme amounts of mana next turn. Unfortunately, they get their extreme amounts of mana before I get my extreme amounts of mana. World Breaker. Gonna get rid of that Castle. Garenbrig. Bossing Say. No, they went for Disciple of Freyalise, flipped on the backside. Let's see, with Nature's Rhythm, is there anything I'd really want to get? I can get anything in my deck. How do we say it? Keep it simple, stupid. Nature's Rhythm, Craterhoof Behemoth. It works in engineering, and it works here. You get the hoof, you swing in. I don't actually think it's quite lethal here. Let's see. It's not quite lethal, but I think it's good enough. Yeah, they have 2 life. And sure, lots of mana, but whatever they had in their hand, it didn't get there. This is Rombo number 5. Yeah, there's a little bit of Monica in their life. And it's also going to be Photon in their life. This is a deck that I actually looked into building and couldn't get to work. So I rather quickly was like, yeah, it's good, but Boros Spellslinger needs something else. And I'm not sure what that something else is. Maybe they'll have the secret sauce. A little bit of burn spells, kill spells, and maybe even some token spells, because once you transform her, you're not just doing prowess, you're putting counters on your creatures, which is same thing, stronger. I'm gonna ramp with a Ramp Ant Growth. Okay, hey, Johnny. A good way to go wide. Also, if you have kill spells, I guess it goes even harder. I will play this. I will name Halfling. Not that many counter spells in their colors. But I got what I want to do in this deck, which is turn 1 ramp into turn 2 ramp into turn 3 Hobbits. Oh yeah, and I have Emrakul and Emrakul. Different pair of Emrakuls than what I had in that Contorius game. Oh, no. Okay, so they're about to learn. When you're playing against this, you kill the tokens. Don't kill this one. Could even consider double blocking a Johnny. Because what doesn't kill them only makes them stronger. You use the remaining hobbits to replay this hobbit, and shucks, so you know what? I still got mana left over. Let's go for it. Goldvein Hydra. A Seasoned Pyromancer. It's nasty. Yeah, they're definitely like doing a tokens thing. No, I'm not killing Johnny's brother. You're gonna have to do that. You had a burn spell. You could have. And you know what you get instead? Oh god, this is so stupid. I'm gonna take all your creatures. Oh, you didn't even see the second Emrakul. There was actually gonna be 2 of them this turn. Rocco, Cabaretti, Caterer. I guess they're going to be doing food chain combos, because that's what I would be doing if I were on Rocco. I have some removal for pieces, but typically you play the food chain and you win on it with that same turn. I kept this hand because even though it doesn't have turn 1 ramp, it still has turn 2 ramp, and Raphelos is pretty nice. I only have 1 forest, but hey, him tapping for 1 can still get me to this, which can get him tapping for more. Shadow Skull. A stupid elf. Raphelos. It would be great if I just, like, top deck a forest. It would let me do a lot more on the next turn. It would let me play Notary Hobbits. Formidable Speaker, discarding a card, and tutoring for probably one of the pieces for Rocco. Yeah, there's so many tutors in Brawl now. Yeah, Moonblast Cleric gets them the, it gets them the food chain. Sort of a land, but not quite a land. I am going to Bloomvine Regent. Boop, boop. They're fetching. So fetch. They have 5 mana. Terror of the Peaks. Really, going for that combo piece first. Okay, oh nice. I got this. I guess I could just, like, Cityscape that. Cityscape the, Terror of the Peaks. Like, I have enough ramp off Raphelos that I don't really need Notary Hobbits. Sorry, bro. The thing Notary Hobbits would be doing, though, is, like, getting me much further in there. This will actually make it a lot harder, I feel, for them to get to their combo. Because now you need to bring this out of the graveyard. Typically, you tutor for this as part of the food chaining. But I think that they were like, yeah, this way I can kill the Raphelos right away in case I can't finish my my combo. Yeah, there's the food chain. It's not in their hand, though. They are able to combo next turn. Let's see, I can Galta and destroy a land. This would exile land, but only if it's cast. And I don't have lethal off of like a big gold vein. Because I have 10 plus 8 there. Which is just not quite enough. I'll still bring in these 2. Haha. Rar. I have a plan. You might be noticing that they're missing something. It's a color of mana. If they can't play the food chain, then they can't combo. This is not a lucky gemstone caverns. This is a regular gemstone caverns. Oh, you mean to force them to shuffle? Oh yeah, the field forces the shuffle. We could do that too. Bruce Banner, and I only have big boys in my deck, fitting of fighting a Hulk. There we go, and this way we have turn 1 ramp, turn 2 ramp, and we're going up against a deck that probably does have some good burn spells. So if I wanted to be a little cautious, I could actually flare my bird there and just be like, actually, you are 2 lands. But a lot of the time, Bruce Banner just wants to come down on turn 1, set himself up to flip, and then take a couple extra combats by dealing damage to himself. I would say that this is one of the best teamer good stuff commanders. Bruce Banner is genuinely just doing a lot, in a lot of ways, very well. So I'm going to go for Cultivate. And because I had that Cultivate, I am actually going to flare this bird. I have loot to play the additional lands. This gets me to the mana for Notary Hobbits. That's one of those, if they do have a little board wipe and they take out all of these baddies, then I'll have a backup plan. Okay, and it doesn't look like they're leaving up blue to counter him. I feel the best way to deal with Notary Hobbits is a board wipe or a counter spell, because once it's in play, there are 3 of them. And sure, if you kill the 2 tokens, this just taps for 1, but hey, having a mana dork that taps for 1 is still ramp. Oh! We're show and telling? Okay, what do you show and tell? Oh, that's cute. I will destroy that and make a rhino. And mine resolves first, so I will sacrifice this Notary Hobbit, the rhino, maybe this Notary Hobbit, replay the Notary Hobbits again. And why are you playing show and tell in Brawl? Katara, Waterbending Master. And a hand of all big boys. Shang-Chi is not what I'm looking for. Shang-Chi is here so I can tap the Notary Hobbits, and there we go. That's what I want. I'm going first, and not only do I have Cavern of Souls, naming Halfling. That's right, we're going all in here. I could also name Eldrazi, but they have uncast abilities. Oh, look at this. Can't be countered, can't be countered, can't be countered. All I do is stop your counter spells, Katara. If I can get this thing to resolve, it's going to be hard for them to deal with all of it. All right, so they ghost quartered it. Sure, I'll get myself a basic. But they went down a land, -1, +1. I'm going to have more mana than you by a long shot. Yeah, nobody likes playing against this Katara because it's typically oops all counter spells with a couple protective spells in there as well. A couple flashy critters and maybe some ways to, you know, remove abilities. You are doing your dang best to slow this down. You know what? Finale? Fellows, where are you? Thanks, Sunny. What's up? You, 1 mana. Me, 10 mana. Raph and Mikey, troublemakers. I assume they will be ramping and then bringing out big boys, because that's what Raph and Mikey does. I don't have anything until turn 3 with this hand, and... Brother, it is Raffello Clock, I guess. It's one of the best early ramp cards. What a stupid card. Ban this from this format, please. They have Eternal Expiration, speaking of stupid cards that we should remove from the format. Yeah, I have a Yavimaya as well, so, like, I can turn Nykthos into a forest. But they could just burn it. Let's see if he dies. If he does, whatever. Furdot Core into Notary Hobbits. Yep, okay, so he dies. Rippin' garbage. Here's my core. Everybody's favorite movie, The Core. Yeah, he solo ate a board wipe, which would have killed all of the Notary Hobbits. Admittedly, this also dies to a 1-mana fire magic. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. And so do I. So I'll play the Notary Hobbits to try to make 12 more mana. Furdot Core is a Hobbit. It's the Bobbits. Defense Grid? Don't worry, buddy. I don't have counter spells in my deck. No, but you have a second board wipe. Consumed by history. Would I like to move my commander to the command zone? Decline. If I remember right, this gives Unearth And this is just an enter ability. It's not a, it's not on cast. Okay, cool. Remove the perpetual effects? No, actually. It having Unearth is kind of cute. Reach the horizon. Oh, they didn't get Raph and Mikey there. Yeah, this is adding to my Nykthos count. Isn't that sweet? Because the clones also have mana pips. If I tap these, then I'm accelerating that by so much. Yeah, it's like I want a Primus and World Breaker this turn. So I'm trying to think of which way maximizes the mana the most here. That would add up. It's building into the Nykthos. As opposed to making these tap for more. Yeah, because now this taps for 10. And if I wanted to, I could also, like, Nature's Rhythm for something to let these tap this turn. Alright, do I have enough mana? Do I want to do that? I apologize, opponent. It takes me a minute sometimes. Sometimes I have to do math. Which is just a horrible thing in such a world. Alright, World Breaker, let's get rid of a land. Woodfall Primus, let's get rid of a land. Primeval Titan, let's get me a land. And they're gone. Prismari, the Inspiration. They will have a lot of burn spells and spells with, like, modes that draw cards, deal damage, do it all because you want to set up for a storm. I'll still keep this. We have ramp. We have very fun ramp for my commander because this is 2 hobbits. And, yeah, we will try to get things to land and stick against a deck that's going to be running a lot of interesting interaction because, well, they want to give everything storm. And of course I'll top deck turn 1 ramp. Because I'm just that good at Magic. I'd say some of the best cards they could have against us are, like, just board wiping us. Using cards like Brotherhood's End, Fire Magic. All of that would be very strong. And of course, counter spells are good. They got to 2 mana. This time I'm going to run out Raphellos. See if he survives a turn. Ooh, somebody called their Monica Rambo deck Rambo number 5. That's so good. Yeah, that's Photon, right? Mutable Explorer over Fellows and Birds. It feels safer. Yeah, this is Scrap. She is so good. He popped up between games. She was like, you killed Ralph and Monkey, and now I want pets on the head. Damn, Skippy, you want pets on the head. She wants pets on the head and hobbits on the board. By the way, I actually don't think it would have been a bad move there to kill Stormkiln Artist and play Raphellos over going for Notary Hobbits. But, like, I want to play my commander. Right, Scraps. Oh my god, this cat. Yeah, they got a ramp. I'm hoping I can just kill it with either Kogla or Thorn Mammoth as well. Ooh, Kogla could put Mutable Explorer back into my hand to replay. That's kind of fun, because it is a human. Yeah, the way Mutable Explorer... Oh, they're just wiping the board. I feel it in my bones. Okay, nope, going for a bounce. I'll still take it. Killing the OG Notary Hobbits can accelerate mana in a very fun way. All right, so I'm gonna pay 1 to turn this into a Hobbit. So these tap for more. Oh, actually, it's 3 mana. What's my biggest colorless thing here? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, I would get 11 mana. That's not what I want. I don't want 11 mana. Oh, they're consulting the star charts. This cat wants Scritchy so much. Stormkiln gone. Into the Floodmaw. Birds of Paradise. And pass back to you. I had the ability to get 11 mana, but only 2 of it would have been colored mana. And now let's see if they go off. They have 2 cards in hand. They strike it rich, which will make them 3, 4 treasures? Yeah, 4 treasures. But what's the other card in your hand? Sitting on 5 mana. They strike it rich again. I guess they're just upping their storm count. This will turn 3 mana into 4 mana? Oh. 6 mana, okay. And they pour over the pages. Ooh, okay. That's pretty sweet. This is gonna take a while. I feel like they have the potential to have, like, just win here. It's a Prismari deck. You untap, you hopefully win. But at least Scraps is here to keep me busy. Yeah! Yes, good cat. Scraps, would you like a treat?
She's like, yes, please. Please and thank you.
My lady. He stands up. Oop! He dropped it. It's under your paw, honey. It's under your tummy fluff. Honey. Okay, up. It's up. He's a little goober sometimes. Standing up like a good bear and eating her treats. Good girl. Mm-hmm. They might win, but I get to pet a fluffy cat, so I'm a real winner. Hey, I'm happy somebody is killing this deck. This is one of those things where, like, This is just another kind of, like, generic green ramp deck. If you play Rafellos, this is a lot like Rafellos. At least it takes a little bit more mana to get started, but it is weaker to removal that's not board wipes as a result, because it gets you these pieces that stick around. All right. Your storm count is 8. What did you get on Key to the Archive? You could kill me with a lightning bolt? You still not have a lightning bolt? Okay, I'm going to assume they will find a burn spell and win the game. Just, they'll get there. The cat left. Kintoria's History Chaser. And me with a hand that really doesn't ramp that well. But it does have 2 Hobbits and 2 Emrakuls. And because I think that would be funny, I'm going to keep this hand. I feel like they're going to have a lot of good single target removal. And I was about to say, and they're going to have artifacts or enchantments, specifically artifacts that I want to remove. This is one of the best cards for Kentorius, if not the best card. It turns your plus into more stuff, into like treasures or what are they called? Rogues. Yes, I know the word rogue. Would I rather play the innkeeper or use library? I think I'd rather use library here since I'm gonna chomp next turn anyway. Like, this does get me to this a turn earlier, maybe. Yeah, and it gets them a spirit as well. Whenever anything gets exiled out of their graveyard, it gives them a spirit, including when they discard. Am I running 75 lands? Only like 45 lands. Like 3 of them are MDFCs. But yeah, I think that this is a deck that wants to run a lot of lands. All right, so I have 1 Hobbit in play. What's up, Kent? They can make a spirit. Oh, Tiffany and Joe, thank you so much for the 44-month resub. Thank you for drinking, Joe, with me. Us coffee drinking addicts here. All right, we draw. Nice, Gold Vein Hydra. Gold Vein Hydra to me is a great mana sink to potentially use Notary Hobbit like mana just to kill on 1 turn. That's good.
New discoveries are so thrilling.
Guardian Idol, Selfless Spirit. It's a spirit, so they can give it double strike. I'm not double blocking that. Okay, I think I know how I want to do this because they left 1 white mana up. If it's Tithe, I use it for that. If not, I use this to draw a card. Anyway, Hobbits, Hobbits, Hobbits. I am running all 3 Emrakul in this deck. I'd say that's pretty cool. That's a lot of mana. Yes, yes it is. An Enlightened Tutor. Oh girl, please no Parallax. Green Giga Ramp? Yeah. And it's on an enter the battlefield. I should probably address... Oh, okay, Caretaker's Silence, fine. I should probably address... Hey, Amy. This has a great trigger, and it scales with the more you have. Why aren't you running Roaming Throne? To be honest, I think it's unnecessary. In a regular game, this is 9 mana. And it's like, I don't think I need more. You know? Speaking of which, I'm actually going to chump block one of these. Because I feel like they're going to wipe the board. But keep their 2 spirits alive. I don't know why. I get that vibe. Okay, it was split up. Yeah, I would love to get to Hydra for a bajillion. But I don't get to, now do I? I think the right move is either Hydra at Kentorius to try to stop the minus. That would be 5. They prevent 2. It wouldn't actually stop the minus. Kogla it is. How do you stop this deck outside of counterspells? As you just saw, board wipes are quite good against it. You can also outpace it with other ramp decks like Raphelos. Combo decks can pretty cleanly go around it. I don't think Turbo Fog would do as much because of the Eldrazi. Do I think Rafellas should be banned in Brawl? Oh, absolutely. At least as commander. Like, if Pawk wasn't bad enough. Jeez. Yet another board wipe. Okay, Contorius. You want to make a token and copy it? I'm trying to think if they would have lethal next turn. If I want to just go for this. Notary Hobbits. I'm on that cool game plan. They only tap for 3 each this time. Oh no, woe is me. They're getting more value off Contorius. If I have 15 mana next turn, I would cast Aeon's Torn first, and then Emrakul Promised End on the extra turn. I'm taking 3. I'm just really hoping you don't wipe that board again. Listen. Let me untap. Okay, this is ridiculous. How much do I have? 8 mana. I also thought about a slightly smaller Gold Vein and then Haywire Might, but I want to get the full discount on Henge. They've got the spirit. They want to hear it. They draw a card. No discount. Only board wipe. Okay. I get the damage on Contorius, and the next turn I have treasures. I might not have the Henge, but maybe I have the end. What kind of mystery are we gonna solve? The mystery of why everybody hates this elephant. It's not really a mystery at all. Okay, Sun Titan, who you grabbing? I think Selfless Spirit's always a good pick. Currency Converter is huge amounts of value with Contorius. I have 15 mana. I'm trying to think, like, how can I mess up their deck on my turn? Or on their turn, whatever. Emrakul. This one, not this one. I would love it if Planeswalkers couldn't be your commander in Brawl, but this one actually explicitly says it can be your commander. Okay, they're abrading their own spirit, so I can't use the abrade on the cauldron or the hearse or something. They're also swordsing their own sun type. It's like, brother, I was gonna do this stuff for you, but like, thanks, I guess? Alright, we're gonna claim territory. Tom, Bert, and William! It's the triple troll threat. And I'm the triple troll threat, because I've got exploration, and Utopia Sprawl, and... Okay, yeah, I don't even think I need all of this. I'll drop the Turn Timber Symbiosis, keep the other two, and see what happens. Oh, they're also playing a turn 1 exploration. So these triple trolls are going to be... Hi, Arboreal Grazer. They're going to be playing, big power creatures and sacrificing them to draw cards. What an incredibly unnecessary Arboreal Grazer. I'd rather have had the land. Good grief, there goes Ulamog. I still play the Arboreal Grazer. Unless I get a land here. Or something else fun. Look at that, a land! Go, my hobbits! Very hard for black to get rid of them without a board wipe. But of course, lots of board wipes can kill these three. Yeah, they sacrifice a high power creature. It's kind of like a Ravenous Ride, Gitrog Ravenous Ride, except they can do it multiple times a turn for just 1 mana. Excellent. I have so much mana and nothing to do with it because I got rid of my Emrakul. Yeah, I'm currently sitting on 8, 9, 10, 11... I'm sitting on 20 mana. They discarded my Ulamog. What's a girl to do? I'll tell you what she's to do. I am going to try to get them to kill my Notary Hobbit so I can replay them so I have something to do. You want to eat that big old topiary stomper? Thank you. All right. Notary Hobbit, go down the hole. Badger Mole Cub. Yeah, sure, all right. File this under unnecessary amounts of mana. Sure, fine. Just gonna float an extra 15 mana here. If I get Finale of Devastation, I'm just gonna be like, X equals 20, fail to find, die. Nice worm. Big snake. Ooh, burgeoning. I only have 4... No, I have 5 lands. I was like, I don't have that many lands, do I? No, I just have all these ding-dang hobbits. You swinging in? Okay. I could see triple blocking the Railway Brawler. Because again, I'm not doing anything with all this mana. And I already have enough mana for... anything? Anything and everything. I'll take 8. Oh no, my Badger Mole Cub! Hey, what's up, Notary Hobbits? Okay, yeah, see, like, that's what we're looking at. Do I have a fun way to cast this first and still leave up Nykthos? Because it would add 6. But I would need enough green pips. so what am I searching for? Search for creature. I have 1 for what I could cast anything. Right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That looks fun. Get over here! They can sacrifice 1 in response. Does this say under owner's control? It just says return him to the battlefield. Okay, cool. But I think they might get to redirect it. No, because that all finishes at the same time. What's up, Tom? What's up, Bert? What's up, Willie? No, I think they could have put it back. Yay, now I have a Tom, Bert, and William. I don't have enough for a tooth and nail. Okay, pass the turn. I think they thought it would go to their side. So typically these cards actually do say under their owner's control. It is unusual that this card doesn't say that. Oh, Yarglan Multani! Always with the meme dreams. Mm-hmm. Strange order, but I guess if you have the mana, why not? I can search for 2 creatures, but I can't put them into play. So, I don't know. Let's go for, it doesn't matter. There's a net. They just swing for lethal. Ah, yes, to boggle with Yargle. Good game. A Harris the Storm Spinner. This is one of those cards that's very, very good at what it does, which is it tempo? And yes, it is. I don't have turn 1 ramp, but I have a turn 1 library, which is, you know, it's Library of Alexandria. Good. This will be able to kill parts of my commander, though not all of my commander. It's going to be a little weird. They'll probably just end up countering it, since they tend to have access to good burn and good counter spells. And one of the scariest things you can do with this is Spider-Man 2099, is, well, you can use it to either just, like, deal a ton of damage all in one turn, or just pick off threats. I can tell that you like counter spells. What's up, Annie? Good way to give this trample. Really helping with that triple strike. I have 7 cards in hand. No stifle, no whammies. And am I feeling World Wagon or Cultivate? I'm feeling swaggin' with the wagon. Yeah, this is a card that's banned in Dual Commander. It's really good. I explained it badly, but it has triple strike. Let's see if they give it the old Bufferino here, or just deal 2 to somewhere. They drop the stock up. Inti's buffing himself. And that is a Hexing Squelcher. I promise you I have no counter spells. I'm not in the right colors for that. I'm gonna go for Kogla over Notary Hobbits. Gosh, I'm not sure if I'd rather kill Inti or a Harris here. I also have to kind of, like, decide, do I think that they're able to kill me on the Harris this next turn? I'd rather risk this ramp. Who knows? Maybe they'll even trade. Yeah, you can play this in competitive Brawl, no problem. You could also play this, but I think that because of the huge amounts of early removal, and kind of like the tempo meta, lots of counter spells, Notary Hobbits will likely not perform that well. If you are playing this in ranked, be sure to put in things like Ancient Tomb, taps for 2 mana. Put in some extra counter spell hate, like Allosaurus Shepherd and Baloth. I think those are all important. Oh, Street Rage, thank you for the raid. You could run Channel. Somebody's asking, are cards like Unable to Screen better than straight up removal? To me, typically, yes. Yes, they are. I'm going to lead with the Great Henge because it's pretty great. If I do say so myself, it's going to be getting me a little bit of extra mana, a little bit of extra card draw. Here's me Hobbits. Okay, they're remanding it. I don't actually have, big dumb spell to cast right now. Okay, Spell Snare on the boots, so I can't haste each of these. More ramp. More fun! Delighted Halfling, you may be giving up your life here. I have enough mana that I can cast multiple threats in a turn, and forcing them to respond to multiple threats in a turn is kind of the plan. I will take the currently 4 damage. I'm wamping. Oh, and Street Rage, who just raided, is also resubscribing for 69 months. Nice. Very nice. An Abhorrent Oculus gets them a Manifestation of Dread. Ooh. That's cool. That's cool. What do I feel like doing here? I could see what I draw off Woodfall Primus. Can I just tutor for Huff? Hold up. We just tutor for Huff. Alright, we do the boring thing. Okay. I will search my library for a thing. Yeah, I have that 8 mana. Hoof! There it is! I pay the 1. Kolga, actually, you're not driving. You're driving with the World Wagon. Sammy Wildcat Captain. I would love another land in this hand, but I have the Rumble to help me find it. And I am happy to see a little bit of artifact removal here, because their deck is all about spitting out artifacts. So many of them that their spells end up costing nothing. I find that Sammy is kind of like a weird storm. It's a strange deck for sure. I'll play Malevolent Rumble. Bossing Say is always a good pick, so I'll grab it. I'll play it. And I could use that to bring out the Innkeeper, but if I happen to top deck a land, I'll be able to play Hobbits next turn anyway, and that's kind of what I would like. It's like, yeah, this would be like 1 temporary mana for 1 temporary mana. But I don't trust them to not have removal. Some Sammy decks are built to be... What's the best way for me to put it? Super fragile. They are not running much removal. They are only running the artifacts to do the Sammy Storm. Alright, so we got this for next turn. What's up, Thror's Map? Get themselves a land. Some of these decks also have, like, almost no lands in them. Oh, am I doing well? I am doing well. a Pentad Prism. I think they can play Sammy next turn. Woof, and me not hitting that mana. That's okay. I will play my Notary Hobbits. And if I can get them to live next turn, and they don't kill me next turn, because you can chain things together, especially like things that draw when they enter. You can just like cast an Eldrazi. Kind of like me. It makes it easy to cast an Eldrazi. Yeah, you get out enough artifacts that anything big and colorless just costs nothing. Hi, Sammy. They get a discount of 3. That's a free Ichor Wellspring. They get a discount of 4. Discount of 5. Discount of 6. They can now cast things off the top of their deck. There's a God Pharaoh statue, which is going to make my stuff cost more, which normally would be a really big issue, but Notary Hobbits say not so fast. I have all the mana in the world and then some. Speaking of which, yeah, I feel like I'm logging here. I'm gonna get rid of God Pharaoh's statue and Mystic Forge. Rootin', tootin', and bootin'. Bootin' up that Ulamog. I'm swinging in. I could have ordered this and like tapped a little differently to also get this rampant growth. That's my bad. Yeah. That's not bad. Oh, memory vessel. I don't even know what this is. Exile the artifact. Each player exiles the top 7 cards of their library, and you can play the cards they exile this way. Oh, it's like a memory jar. And there's 2 of them. The Ugin? Mm-hmm. They can do it again. They have swords, but they can't swords my Ulamog because he's freaking booted up. Does Sammy match high? Fairly high, yeah. So I can't cast spells from my hand? So I can't, like, Thorn Mammoth that and swing for lethal. Okay, I'll find something else to do. That's something else to do. Well, it depends on if my Notary Hobbits are gone. Now I only have 6 mana. I guess 7. Oh, Jessica's will! What's up, Jessica? You have so many weird things here. I guess you play bread? Bread would, bread gets you a delicious treat. Let them heal up past Ulamog killing them. I'm trying to see if there's anything here with flash. I don't see anything. Oh, I have not. No, I've seen one person play Notary Hobbits. Yeah, but before I brewed this deck list, I feel like it's one of those, somebody is just, I think everybody's just kind of waiting for somebody else to make the list. Good thing this can't be destructed. Indestructible. And they have Exile in hand, it's just you have to get rid of the boots first. I have 5 mana to work with. And they're up to 15. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out, like, do I have a way to lethal here? I don't think so, because I can't cast from hand anyway. God, and all of this is happening. Alright, let's see. This is just free, so we'll do it. Do they have access to white mana? Technically? I think they technically do. Am I willing to risk moving the boots off Ulamog? Maybe post-combat. With stone. Oh, wait, they have a Mind Stone. Oh, I didn't even see that. Get some of this garbage out of here. Any of this offering them card advantage? Just hit the weather map. Look, a Llanowar Elf. You love Llanowar Elf. I'll swing at Ugin. It will get easily blocked. Half their deck goes away. They're down to 20 cards exactly in the deck. Okay, so Memory Jar into fake Memory Jar. Great. Hot dogs! Get your hot dogs here! 1 Power Stones! Llanowar Elves can't block! Oh, a Hexing Squelcher. A land. Ugin, you drawing? No, so they're jarring. Yeah, that is jarring. Alright, so let's see what we get here. Again, they undid my ramp with the Ugin. But right now, I'd say my main win con is attack with Ulamog, and then when they go to draw a card, they die. I love Endstone. What a funny card. Who knows? Maybe they'll just mill themselves to death. Ulamog doesn't have trample because he's just tiptoeing. Nine cards remaining in their library. Oh boy, Paradox Engine. You don't need Paradox Engine. Your stuff's all free. I feel like I should take a look at which Eldrazi got hit here. Okay, so that's one that would be able to kill me. So that's good that that's an exile. I don't think they're running Emrakul that steals creatures. Okay, 4 cards remaining. There's an equipment that they could get that would make Sammy big enough to kill me. Let's see. You running that? No, you're just losing the game. Okay, that's cool too. They draw a card, there's nothing left to draw, they die. Oh yeah. Corvold, Fey Cursed King. I don't have any ramp on turn 1, but on turn 2, we could share our roots. Well, they sacrifice everything that is near and dear to them. I guess we'll keep this. I'd rather have turn 1 ramp, but Corvold's usually pretty clean at killing them. Oh, look at that! Turn 1 ramp! My deck is chock full of it. I'm not that surprised. And I have a hoof in this hand. What is it? A hoof in the hand is worth 2 in the bush? No, wait. That's birds. Bird's deck was like a couple days ago. I will play this. I will play that. I will get this. I will play this. I will play that. I will play Hobbits next turn. Hello, yes, this is Hobbit. Guessing by this Valakut that they're doing like a scape shift thing. What's up, Worldweave? Yeah, they can be like Corvold lands. I think Corvold lands makes plenty of sense. Let's see. Notary Hobbits. They're pretty notable. I feel like I don't need this as land, so I won't play it as land. Because I might use this to, like, I don't know, eat a guy. Oh, how is the bird video doing on YouTube? It's doing okay. I mean, it's Galta with flying, but in a color that's not as good at Galta. Yeah, this is like Corvold lands. That's fun. Why not play Zarl then? Or what is it called? From the World Shaper Precon? One moment. Yeah, that seems right. Whee! Yeah, people like birds, but they don't love birds. Not like me, I love birds. Oh my god, they can orb the lands to live here and then bring them back with World Shaper. Yeah, World Shaper is the name of the precon. It's a good one. I will not recommend it to new players, though. Yeah, the World Shaper precon, I think, is one of the best precons with some of the best cards. But I also think that it is not a deck you should play unless you are an experienced player. Because it requires a lot of searching and a lot of shuffling. And, well, not everybody's good at shuffling. Hi, Corvold. Corvold's gonna eat a land. And they can gain life again using this orb. So I guess I have to get rid of the orb, huh? And the sacrifices continue. They have 3 life left. Sort of. They still got they have 1 life left. What's that for? A harrowing experience. Land. Yep. World Breaker. Orb. How many lands you sacrificing, buddy? All of them? Some of them? Everything but the mountains, maybe? Which part of this thruple do I think is the legendary one? Guy in the middle, he's the one who's actually doing the work. These two are just like, hey, can you help me move that sofa over there? You got it, buddy. I'll help tilt it this way. And this guy's like, I am doing all of the work, but I'm so glad I am in a loving polycule with these 2 morons. if they can kill me this turn. They have to get rid of World Breaker because it has reach. You like their Corvold lands? Yeah, me too! You think every polycule needs to keep a high level of morons in order to, like, function? Yeah. Hi, Corvold. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana! Ooh. Nan to go. Drixzilla, thank you for gifting a sub to Ladda Walker. Ah! Great news! Getting rid of their life gain means we win. Hey, bye, Forest Guardian. Going to be bringing out some shrines and either playing some Blink support, enchantment support, or just control on the side. I have turn 1 ramp, so that makes this hand always a nice one to have. And I will go exploring. This Misty Rainforest, not grabbing them a counter spell. Good. They get a land. What kind of land? Surveil land. Green, black. Ah, red, green. Okay. Red, green, really? Wonder what's in their hand. A very happy Hobbit. Aw, you want to hang out with us? Please do. I'll play Fanatic of Ronus. By the way, now everything will tap for green because I played a Yavimaya. I'll play a Malevolent Rumble. And I'll put 2 lands in the graveyard and grab this Ice Till Explorer. Next turn, I'm starting with 6 mana. And since I have a Surik and Goreclaw, I could absolutely see just not playing Notary Hobbits and waiting for a little bit. Alright, Crescent Temple. Wow, Crescent Island Temple and 2 Blink spells. So they're definitely on, like, the Bant Blink base. Okay. Yep. I know what I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Surik and Goreclaw. To get you to tap for 4 so I can play Ice Till Explorer so I can play some more! One of these. One of thems. Crack it open. And do it again. This way, Surik and Goreclaw can give one of the 3 Hobbits haste. The tokens don't get haste, who cares? I could also just play Woodfall Primus, I have enough mana. Essence Flux, they blink Hey Bye, and for 1 mana, they get another shrine! Also, Hey Bye, weirdly, a spirit. I mean, it makes sense, like, in the context of the show. It is a spirit. Oh, wow, Hounded of Life's Web. It makes spirits, it is a spirit, so it gets the +1/+1 off Essence Flux. Ooh, what's this? Blue? Colorless? A talisman? Is there an advantage to milling with Ice Till in this deck? Nope. I mean, it gets you more lands. Well, hello, Nykthos. Okay, I have way too much mana. Yeah, the only thing I think I can play from my graveyard in this deck is, like, Fanatic and the Harmonize spell. Yeah, I guess I could hit one of their lands, maybe? Notary Hobbits with haste. Woodfall Primus. Like, that's gonna get them the most blockers, but I'm not too worried about it. Now hit Crescent Island Temple, sure. And I'll Earthbend on Field of Ruin, seems nice. Swing for 7. Now I want to keep Cirque and Gorklaw in play. And we end the turn with an abundance of mana. Do we have mana? Yes! Oodles of it! Another talisman. Yeah, where's my ape when I need him? Kogla? Honestly, I'd rather just get like an Emrakul here. Yeah, who's in the graveyard? What's going on? Oh, they're blinking. Kyoshi Island Plaza. 2 more lands. Would Craterhoof just win it? Yeah, Craterhoof would just get there. There's a lot of spells we could top deck that would win us the game. And since I've been thinning my deck a little bit, maybe I'll find it. I'm gonna go for this fetch land over and over here because it gives me the highest chance of milling the Harmonized Tutor. Even though I'm paying the most life for it. Yeah, me top decking a land. It's fine if the hoof gets milled. I don't know, pop this one on Forest. I can start eating their lands. They have basics in their deck. Hondon makes a couple more spirits. I was kind of hoping they would kill the lands to give me a chance of milling the cards. Sanctum. Going to get them some card draw. But because that is a sorcery speed blink, it's not going to get them anything here. Yeah, this is the beginning of first main. Sphere of Safety. I can't attack unless I pay mana. How much mana do I have to pay? Like 5? Okay, well, see, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to destroy it, and I'm going to win. I will destroy target artifact or enchantment. Make a rhino. Get that thing out of here! Land. 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 Okay. Bend it. Spacebar, go. All right, everybody has to trample. Thanks, Cirque and Gorklaw. Bend it and send it. Exactly. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. The Notary Hobbits are a problem. You kind of already knew that by looking at the card, and I feel like now that we have more people realizing it, you'll see more of them in the queue. I think I mentioned in a video, I've only seen one person playing this card, which is kind of crazy. Considering how often I match into Raphaelos, you'd think people would be trying this. It's a little less susceptible to, like, kill spell removal than Raphaelos, but Raphaelos is so much faster. Like, I got multiple wins in this game just because I was like, oh, well, why even bother playing Notary Hobbits? I can just play Raphaelos, because, well, Raphaelos is Raphaelos. It's a problem. If you're playing this deck and you run into a lot of counter spells, I didn't, you can add in more counter spell hate. If you're playing this deck and you're running into board wipes, you can play ways to give all your creatures indestructible, things like Heroic Intervention. But as it is, the deck is doing what it wants to do. It is ramping, and then it is playing big things. And something kind of weird about this list is how many lands I'm running. I'm running 42 lands and 3 MDFCs. That's 45 lands total, which is a lot for me, but it feels like I hit the right number. Occasionally you will flood, but you want to have really consistent mana so you can get to the Hobbits, so you can get to these. All of these. So if you're looking for my deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. And if you would like to suggest a commander for me to brew, please let me know. I've been trying to get through the ones that I think were kind of more interesting or filled in niches or are just super powerful like this one, but there's still plenty more Hobbit commanders to go. And also still Marvel commanders to go. There were like 300 of them. I'm sorry, I didn't get to all of them. I never will. You saw the Monica deck? Like, am I ever gonna get to build Monica? I'm never gonna have a little bit of Monica in my life, and that's tragic. Maybe I just gotta do it anyway. Well, either way, thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.